Today's video is entitled My Horrible Habit. Most of us have something that we do to sabotage ourselves that we feel ashamed or embarrassed about. And try as we might, we find ourselves doing the same thing to ourselves again and again. I notice that most people's pain is self-inflicted. So whether that's an addiction that is your habit, or a habit of not returning phone calls and missing the opportunity, or a habit of being late or forgetting things or losing your keys, it could be anything. So today's video is to help you clear some of the underlying behaviors that aren't working for you. And feel free to use this little tap along as many times as you need to work on different areas of your life. So first we're going to start by thinking about what is it that, if you could just wave a magic wand, some self-sabotage that you do to yourself, maybe you drink too much, or you smoke, or you stay up too late, something, maybe you just resist brushing your teeth, that you do on a regular basis that you wish you didn't do. Got it? Just pick one. Okay. So now we're going to just focus on that behavior for a minute, okay? And ask yourself, how does it make you feel when you wake up hungover again the next day, or you smoke the cigarette and 5 minutes later you're like, my breath stinks, I don't feel good, it makes me tired, whatever that is, okay? Here we go. Massaging the front of your chest. Big deep breath, big sigh. Even though I have this horrible habit, repeat after me. Even though I have this horrible habit, and think about that one habit. Don't try to clear them all at the same time. Even though I have this horrible habit, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Okay, tap your eyebrow. This horrible habit. Just say what that is right now for a minute. Tap the temple. This horrible habit. Say what it is. Tap the cheeks. I wish I didn't keep doing this. Tap under the nose. I can't seem to stop myself. Tap under the lips. How does it make you feel to have this habit that enslaves you? Tap the chest. I feel enslaved. I can't stop it even if I try. Big breath, big sigh. Tapping the front of the ribs. This horrible habit, say what it is again. It makes me feel what? Does it make you feel angry at yourself? Tap the side of the ribs. Even though I have this horrible habit, say again what it is that makes me feel angry, or however it makes you feel. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm open to loving and forgiving myself. Tap the side of the thumb. This habit, say again what it is. Tap your index finger. Part of me feels ashamed of myself. Big breath. Good. Tap the middle finger. This shame. Tune in and see if you feel ashamed or embarrassed about this little habit. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. This habit. Say what it is again. Little finger, I feel ashamed. Big breath, big sigh. Tap the side of the hand. This shame. I've been fighting this habit for how long? How long have you been struggling with yourself to get yourself not to do it, and then finding yourself relapsing or going right back into the same old pattern? Tap the top of your head. Big deep breath, big sigh. This horrible habit. And the back of your head. How long have you been doing this to yourself? Go ahead and just admit how long you've been doing this. Maybe it's been years, maybe it's been decades. Tap the eyebrow, big deep breath, this horrible habit. Say what it is and breathe. Tap the temples. Part of me feels really ashamed of myself. Tap the cheeks. I love and forgive myself. And if that's too hard to say, say what's true. Maybe you can say, I don't love and forgive myself. I can't love myself with this habit. Tap under the nose. Or, I'm open to loving and forgiving myself. Tap under the lips. Part of me is withholding love for myself because of this habit. Check in and see if that's true. Tap your chest and breathe. Withholding love for myself. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm waiting till I'm more perfect. Tap the side of the ribs. Even though I have this horrible habit and I feel so ashamed of myself. Tap the inside of the wrist. And I'm withholding love from myself, waiting for myself to change. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Big breath, big sigh. Good job. Tap your index finger. I'm releasing the guilt and shame. Tap the middle finger. I'm releasing the guilt and shame. Tune in and see if part of you feels guilty or ashamed of yourself. Maybe you just feel disappointed in yourself. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. Ask yourself, how does it make me feel that I keep finding myself doing this over and over? Tap the little finger. I love and forgive myself for slowing myself down, holding myself back. Big breath, big sigh. And tap the top of your head. Tune into any embarrassment that you have about how long you've been struggling with this. And tap the eyebrows. How long have you been struggling with this? Tap the temple and breathe. Tap the cheek. I've been struggling for how long? Tap under the nose. Even though I've tried to get rid of this habit, tap under the lips. How have you tried? What have you done? I've tried getting angry at myself. Tap the chest. I've tried setting new goals. Tap the front of the ribs. I've tried what? Have you tried getting help? Tap the side of the ribs. I've tried everything. Tap the inside of the wrist. I don't want to try anymore. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm allowing myself to forgive myself for struggling for so long with this habit. Big breath. Think about the habit again. Tap the index finger. What happens when you do this habit? What are you trying to get from it? Are you trying to get numb? Are you trying to get comfortable with yourself? Are you trying to get out of being in your power or having responsibility or feeling your feelings? Big breath. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. Think about it again. What is it that you perceive as a benefit from doing this habit? I think it's benefiting me by what? Tap your little finger and breathe. Even though part of me believes that doing this habit is actually a benefit, tap the side of the hand, I love and respect myself. This feeling of benefit. Tap the eyebrow. This feeling of benefit. Tap the temple. Tune in again to the relief or the comfort that this habit brings you. Tap the cheeks. I love and accept myself. Tap under the nose, even if I rely on this. Tap the chest to keep from feeling my feelings. Tap the front of the ribs to keep myself from moving forward, having more responsibility, getting more attention, connecting more deeply with other people. Tap the side of the ribs. I'm open to loving and forgiving myself. Take a big, deep breath, big sigh. Good. Tap the inside of the wrist. It's safe for me to release this fear. Tap the side of the thumb. It's safe for me to release the fear that keeps this habit. Tap your middle finger. This fear, the bottom of the fourth finger, this fear. Tune in again. See what it is that scares you about letting it go. Tap the little finger. I'm so used to doing this. Tap the side of the hand. Who would I be without this habit? Tap the top of the head. I've been doing this for so long in an effort to what? Tap the eyebrow and breathe. Tap the temple. Perhaps there's a better way for me to do things. Tap the cheeks. I don't have to keep sabotaging myself for the rest of my life. Do you? No, you don't. Tap under the nose. I don't have to do this. Tap under the lips, even if I'm so used to this routine. Tap the chest. Tune into that familiar routine feeling. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm so used to this routine. Think about the routine, feel that routine of going for that habit again and again, and breathe. Tap the side of the ribs. I'm allowing myself to adjust to a new normal. What does that mean? Adjust to a new normal. That means to think about how it might feel normal for you at some point to do something different with that same time of day, that same ritual that you do. Tap the side of the thumb. What if I created a new habit for myself? A happy habit. A healthy habit. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I'm allowing myself the possibility of replacing my horrible habit with a happy habit. One that makes me feel healthier. One that gets me higher in a natural way. Tap the top of the head. One that allows me to progress and evolve. Tap the eyebrows. I love and respect myself. Think now, what would you rather do with your time? So maybe you're addicted to TV, but part of you would love to read some books that you've been putting off reading. Maybe you've been addicted to alcohol. A part of you would rather be taking a hot bath than getting drunk, or feeling comfortable with yourself in social situations, okay, without the need to numb yourself with a substance to be able to drop your inhibitions. Tap the front of your ribs. I'm allowing myself the possibility of replacing this horrible old habit with what? What would you rather be doing? The higher part of yourself knows this. Tap the inside of your wrist. It's safe for me to release the anger, to release the numbness, to release what's underneath this habit, and to begin to process it. Tap the index finger. We're almost done. I'm sure there's a lot more to do on this subject. Tap the middle finger. But I'll tell you now that if you really want to get this habit out of your life, you're going to want to dig underneath it and find out what exactly is holding it together. You might have 15 things that this one habit seems to be doing for you. A really good way to get under that would be to come join the World Tapping Circle, where you will have me there to support you on a regular basis to work on those habits and all the memories and the traumas and the feelings that have brought you that habit. So thank you so much for tapping with me today. Tap your hand and say, I'm allowing myself to move forward. Big breath. I'm allowing myself to move forward. Good job. See you in the circle.